Amber and Tanner in the morning.
Well, we are your morning show on Froggy 92.9.
But you can listen to us any time of the day with Amber and Tanner on demand.
On any podcast platform, froggy929.com, the Froggy 92.9 app.
And every Saturday morning on the radio.
Sonoma County's #1 morning show anytime, anywhere. And right now, here's the best of Amber and Tanner.
If you were to give someone cash money, baby, as a wedding gift, how much would you give? I asked this because my friends who just got married, they had a honeymoon fund, which has become very popular. So I put $100 in that honeymoon fund for them for their wedding, which I thought was pretty sufficient, right, Tanner? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't frequent weddings very often, but $100 seems pretty much like, yeah, $100.
Sure.
Yeah.
But my fiance said I would have given them $300.
Well, did he have $200 to
I
cough
know,
up?
I was like, dude, you could give them $300.
Yeah, if you feel like giving them $300, you can give them the extra dough.
What do I look like, Jeff Bezos? Like,
Yeah. You're like, I don't have Amber Prime. That doesn't exist.
I'm not Elon Musk. Like,
Yeah.
What is this? So, I mean, what's the correct amount here, Tanner? Like, if you were to go to a wedding and they said, cash gift, how much would you give?
I think $100 is just fine.
Okay.
Honestly, yeah, $100 is fine.
Why $100?
Because it's just enough.
Just
like $100
enough.
is like $100 is still a lot of money.
I
To
think
anyone,
so.
I feel like, even to Jeff Bezos, he might be like $100. I don't
Can't
know.
do it.
Yep.
Maybe 50.
I feel
Meet
like
you halfway.
it's showing that you can get yourself something nice that is for their household or whatever,
Yeah.
while still not breaking your bank.
Okay, well, we asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. If you were to give someone cash as a wedding gift, how much would you give?
Jackie from Pengrove says the same amount I would have budgeted for their gift. Ooh, that's a...
$20?
Yeah, everyone comes
Pots
from
and pans.
different walks of life.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have $5,000 in your bank doesn't mean that you should buy the same gift as someone that does.
Yeah, that's very true. Monica from Santa Rosa says no more than $100.
And Madeline from Petaluma says, a good friend gave me $111.11 because everything gets better with ones.
Does it? I've never heard this saying before.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
The best of Amber and Tanner in the morning, right now. It's Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
Have you ever forgot something major that almost seems simple in a way? So it's so great to be back from vacation.
Great.
I almost lost my hair because my friend Alden did something when I was visiting him in Bend.
Looks like you got plenty of it.
A lot less.
I don't know if you...
Thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. But I was visiting him. We went to a grocery store, just to get some food and stuff like that. Fun stuff. Leave the grocery store. My passenger car door is wide open. It is wide open. So my first thought, someone broke into my car.
That's what I would think.
I love that on a vacation.
Love it.
I go in.
Love to see it.
I throw everything open. Look, nothing's missing. Nothing's missing. And I said, how could this happen? How is my door did someone open it and walk away? What happened?
Yeah.
Alden looks at me and goes, sorry.
No.
Alden left my car door wide open in the middle of a parking lot. How do you do that?
Classic Alden.
How do you do that?
I don't know who does that.
Only Alden.
What was he do? Like, he's just absent-minded?
I guess he just forgot. And now that I think of it, when I was walking into the grocery store, I didn't hear my car horn go off, and that's typically when your door... He just forgot to close the door.
You also didn't notice it either.
I didn't.
I usually turn around and look at my car and go beep, 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 beep.
You don't think to look to see if your friend closed your car door.
I mean, that's
in
a
my
great
defense.
point. Yeah.
So I want to know, has
his heart.
anyone forgot anything major like this? Give us a call right now.
Looks like we have Abby on the phone. Abby from Katati.
I was at a parent-teacher conference for an elementary school child, and the younger sibling, my daughter, was playing in the gym with, teachers, and I packed up my one kid and forgot her in the gym, got to the house and went, oh my goodness, I left Jesse at the school.
You forgot your kid.
Ooh.
That's a little worse than a car door.
You know what? It happens. At least she was safe and went around teachers.
Right.
Let's leave her at a gas station.
Yeah.
Amber and Tanner On Demand. Available on the Froggy 92.9 app, froggy929.com, and Saturday mornings on the radio. It's Amber and Tanner anywhere, anytime. Only on Froggy 92.9.
And right now on the phone, we are with Sonoma County Sheriff Mark Essick.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sheriff Essick. So right now we are dealing with the tail end of our third wildfire here in Sonoma County just in the past year, including Kincaid. Since we're still in the middle of fire season, what advice are you giving first responders and residents of Sonoma County to keep them positive?
Well, this has been a really stressful time for all of us. As you've mentioned, there are 3 fires in the last year. Many people evacuated during that time. It creates a lot of anxiety for everybody and fear when they have to be away from their home. So one of the best ways that we have found that people are able to work on that anxiety and feel like they have some control over their lives is just to be ready. Be prepared. We are still in wildfire season until we get a good heavy rain. So just make sure that you have your supplies. Have your go bag, have your papers, important papers, medications ready, have a plan for your pet so that if wildfire does strike again, you are ready to go. And for many people, that gives them a little bit of reassurance that they have some control in their lives.
So the glass fire, the one that's happening right now affecting Sonoma and Napa County, what's the status of that fire right now?
Well, I'll tell you that the folks at CAL FIRE have done an amazing job. At one point, over 2,600 firefighters were on that fire. It's now down to about 2,300 firefighters. It's over 60% contained. We have really seen some great progress, especially in the last 2 days with this kind of marine influence and cooler air. So they are in mop-up operations for the most part and are hopefully trying to get people back home as quickly as possible. That process is long. Many of these areas that are still in evacuation zones are areas that were directly impacted by the fire. So we have utilities burned to the ground. We have lines down. We have road damage. Many of these roads now use these plastic culvert pipes that run under roads. Well, in a wildfire, those plastic pipes burn, and so the road collapses. Wow. So they're having to make repairs to the roads to get people back into their homes and properties.
We have Sheriff Mark Essick on the line right now. Sheriff, for all of these Sonoma County residents that are returning home right now from these evacuations, what advice would you give to them?
Well, this is going to be a tough time. I think those who are returning to properties that have been damaged or homes that have been lost, it's very emotional. I would say please reach out to your friends and family. There are resources out there for you, both financial and emotional, get you prepared to deal with what you're going to have to deal with in the next few weeks and months to come. For others, we do have that wildfire fatigue. Those of us who live here and weren't directly impacted by the fire, we've been evacuated. We've all been working, long days here at the sheriff's office for sure. And I think we all need to give each other a break a little bit. Have a chance to relax, decompress, talk with your friends, get some help if you need it. We've all been through a lot, and I think this is going to make an impact on many of us for weeks and months to come.
The firefighters, the first responders that are helping right now also need a break and also need time to relax. And a lot of people have been asking us on our Froggy Facebook page or Amber and Tanner in the Morning on Instagram, how can we help those first responders and those firefighters? But we know that there's COVID restrictions in place. We know you can't accept certain things. So how can people help first responders right now? How can we show support?
Well, I'll tell you, I got this right from the CAL FIRE staff themselves. You hit the nail on the head. Because of COVID, we're not really able to do food or exchanges in person like that because there are so many restrictions in place. The CAL FIRE base camp looks far different than it did in previous fires because of COVID. Yeah. So the single biggest thing that people can do, and it makes a huge impact on us, is make a simple sign. We see these signs that get put up on fences that say, thank you firefighters, thank you first responders, thank you second responders. Those are the people with PG&E and utilities and road crews. It makes our hearts smile when we see those kinds of things. So that, I would say, would be a great start.
Sonoma County Sheriff Mark Essick, everyone. Sheriff, thank you so much for your time this morning.
All right, thank you.
Amber and Tanner On Demand on Froggy 92.9.
We're continuing the conversation about what's going on with Morgan Wallen because we feel like it's not only an important story in country music, but it's just an important story overall. If you hadn't heard, he was partying at an Alabama game without a mask. Videos went viral on TikTok. And
kissing girls.
Kissing you. And because of that, he was booted from SNL this Saturday due to COVID protocols. Yeah. So how do we feel about this?
They told him, Lorne Michaels said, NBC was like, we can't have you you're risking lives right now. But you can come back anytime you want after you're maybe tested positive or whatever. We're just going to have to find another time for you to come. Yeah. Which I think is reasonable.
I think so, too. And it seems like he's going to go back, which I'm happy for Morgan. But he's going to be taking some time out of the spotlight. And at first, I thought, Morgan, you idiot, what are you doing? Right. That was my first reaction. But after I listened to what he said on Facebook, it sounds like he's dealing with some real issues.
Maybe like some substance abuse issues and things like that. Maybe just making some bad decisions.
Absolutely.
Which happens to the best of us. And, forgiveness is great. But we would love to hear from you. How do you feel about this?
636-1HOP is the number. Give us a call.
Hey, Petaluma. Come on, Amber. Alabama college girls.
Ew.
I'm an LSU fan, but you know what?
Go Tigers.
No, Georgia girls are better.
I hate Alabama, but you know what? I got to give a pass on this one.
Yeah.
No.
You're just a Bama hater, you little bulldog.
They can go to hell.
Go Dogs.
Good morning, guys. This is Reggie from Hillsburg.
Hey, Reggie.
Reggie, my man.
By the way, first off, you guys can't take vacation at the same time together.
Not allowed?
Yeah. On the other hand, with Morgan Wallen, I heard his Facebook little interview on Facebook, and I can understand how that would happen. Being a young star and growing to be a star as he is now so fast, and people would lose perspective on what's going on in life.
Right.
So I don't think that people should really dog him. I just think, put yourself in his shoes. You know what I mean? You've grown that fast in the music. You're going to mess up a little bit, but that's okay. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
I went back to Georgia this week. Good old Peach State.
And was this your first time back since you moved here to California?
I went back in May of 2019 for a wedding, and that's what I had to do again this time around, was go to another wedding. People stop getting married. I can't.
It's expensive
with all these trips. Just kidding. Congratulations to my friend Courtney and Zach. But it just made me realize how different the state of Georgia is from California.
Yeah.
Not only is it on complete opposite sides of the United States, but have you ever been to Georgia, Tanner?
I've never been to Georgia.
All right. Well,
I'm going to go someday.
Someday on Amber and Tanner in the Mornings World Tour. I kept seeing things and I was like, Tanner would love to see this. It's like a culture shock. And it is. It is a bit of a culture shock. And I got a couple of differences I want to talk about that I think were pretty funny. First of all, Tanner, in Sonoma County, there's a lot of healthy food options.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when I got off the plane to go to the airport in Atlanta, it's just an immediate aroma of fried chicken. I immediately smelled like fried chicken and fried food.
I love that.
Steak and
you're like, I'm home, baby.
There just wasn't a ton of comfort. Wasn't a ton of health food options, but a ton of comfort food in Georgia. Also the weather.
Yeah.
As you know, we have the best weather here in Sonoma County. I immediately started sweating when I got off the plane in Georgia. Just pouring sweat. And it wasn't even that hot. So
just because it's so humid there?
I have no idea, but I don't miss it at all. Yeah. And another thing, I forgot how rampant bugs are in Georgia. I have tons of bug bites all over my body. I have not gotten bitten by a single bug since I lived here.
Ugh.
Have you?
Not that I know of.
I don't know
Maybe
why.
A spider bite, but
sure. The landscape in Georgia is different. It's very flat. Here in Sonoma County, we have mountains, lots, very, very hilly. The people in Sonoma County are amazing. The people in California, I think, are amazing. People in Georgia are very nice and polite, but they're very judgmental. I got judged for wearing a mask a lot.
You got judged for wearing a mask in your home state of Georgia?
Yeah, people were asking if I was a Democrat because I was wearing a mask. But people here in California, they leave you alone for the most part.
It's the norm here.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So if you wear a mask, they're more acceptable of your lifestyle here rather than Georgia. They kind of judge you for it. Institutions are different. There's churches on every corner as opposed to Starbucks on every corner.
That's a funny observation.
Yeah. And in addition, there's more chain restaurants where I'm from. And here in Sonoma County, there's such a focus on small businesses and local ownership, which, I appreciate so much. It's probably what I love most about Sonoma County. And I don't know about you, Tanner, but I'm happy to be back.
I'm happy you're back, too. And Sonoma County is as well.
Thank you.
It's Amber and Tanner. On demand. The best of the week, right now on Froggy 92.9.
Since the vice presidential debate was last night, we want to host our own debate. Our non-political debate.
Non-political.
And we made sure to vex the room for any flies that are around. We will finish our statements within 45 seconds. We won't go over. We won't interrupt each other.
We'll see.
Let's hit our random debate generator.
Okay.
Okay.
What does it say?
It says, should you brush your teeth with warm or cold water? Amber, you have 45 seconds with your stance starting right now.
Warm water is better, especially if the American people have sensitive teeth. Cold water affects sensitive teeth. Cold water could cause pain, which could prevent you from brushing your teeth properly. Warm water is better for deep cleaning. Everyone knows this. It is science. It's an important part of the toothbrushing process. People have the right to choose, and that choice should be warm water for teeth brushing. Keep your oral care routine clean and vote Warm Water 2020.
Amber, you have 10 seconds. You want to keep going?
Vote Warm Water 2020. Amber rules.
All right.
Did that work?
Yeah, there you go. There is your time. And now it's time,
can't do it.
time for myself and my stance.
Let's hear it.
Timer starts now. My opponent didn't say any scientific evidence whether or not warm water was better for your health. My name is Tanner Chambers, and I am here for the banning of warm water and brushing your teeth with it. Cold water, it's refreshing. It's nice when you brush your teeth with mint toothpaste. It adds a refreshing feeling that will get you ready to go. It's like, here's the question. Do you want lukewarm coffee? No, nobody wants it. You either want hot or cold. But anyone that wants hot water when they're brushing their teeth is obviously a psychopath, and that's why my name is Tanner Chambers, and I am voting for cold water while brushing your teeth 2020.
All right, it looks like we took a poll on our Instagram. What's the result?
78% said cold water.
Boo.
On the radio and in your pocket. Download Amber and Tanner on demand right now on your favorite podcast app. Amber and Tanner, Sonoma County's #1 morning show. Only on Froggy 92.9.
Have you ever made a list of goals? What were they? And did you achieve them? I am asking this because I've been feeling really unmotivated lately, which happens. It's normal, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking in the shower, as most people do, right?
It's where your best thoughts come from.
Your best thoughts, right? And I decided that I was going to make a list of goals for myself. Almost like New Year's resolutions, but who says they have to be New Year's resolutions? Why can't they be October resolutions?
It's a new thing sweeping the nation. Not pumpkin spice during October, but October resolutions.
Some are big, some are small, and I made this list in my head. But number one is to pay down my debts.
Okay.
That's something I really want to do. Number two, be more mindful, be more present in the moment rather than being distracted on my phone or daydreaming. 3, I want to cook more. 4, I want to lose weight and be fit and get strong. Yeah. And then
we're both flexing in the studio right now.
Number 5, this one's really important to me. I want to schedule calls with my family members. Like, be more in touch, especially after going home. I was like, why don't I talk to my family more? Like, why am I not doing this? And
they're a Zoom, a FaceTime, a phone call away.
I know, it's because I'm so busy. So I'm going to have to mentally, schedule calls in my head. Call your grandmother, call your mother, call your dad, call your stepmom, things like that. So I'm going to try to achieve these goals. And I was wondering, Tanner, have you ever made a list of goals for yourself, or are you doing it now, and have you accomplished it?
Yeah. One thing I started for my New Year's resolution was be able to manage my time a little bit better. And because of that, I have a to-do list. You make fun of me with my to-do list. I always have one in front of me all the time. And one that I'm coming up with our October resolutions is to drink more water.
Oh.
So much of just feeling good is drinking more water, so I'm making a goal, drink 5 16-ounce glasses a day to start.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah.
I think it'll help you out.
I think so, too. I wasn't feeling well before we went on vacation. I realized it's because I don't drink water.
Yeah. 98% of our body made of water.
We reached out to you on Facebook trying to see what your October goals are.
Tammy from Forestville said that she made the goal to make over the inside of her house, and she says she's almost completed it since COVID came along.
Mike from Petaluma says, I set a few goals only to lose 40 pounds, but to lower my cholesterol and blood pressure. I've done it.
Thank you, Mike. Good job.
Congrats, man.
Don from Santa Rosa says that I wrote a note to myself. That note says, I don't have to take this day all at once. Rather, take the day. One step, one breath, one moment at a time.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Every Saturday morning starting at 6 a.m. Want even more? Listen on your favorite podcast platform now, including the Froggy 92.9 app.
What is a store that you wish was still around? On my road trip to Bend, Oregon stands the last and final Blockbuster in the entire world. And did I rent a movie? Absolutely. Was I in there for too long? 100%.
What did you rent?
I rent a movie called The Room, and The Room is famously an awful movie.
Yes, it's supposed to be like the best, worst movie of all time. Or something like that.
But I just had such a nostalgia trip going in there because I used to go to Blockbuster every single weekend as a kid, and I miss it a bunch, and I miss video stores. They don't have video stores like they used to anymore.
No, my mom works at a video store that's still standing.
Nice.
She grooms dogs in the back. And that is the story of my life. Video Bazaar.
We'll get you the new releases and a snip snip.
I love that because you used to your mom would take you to Blockbuster on Friday night and you pick out a movie. And
it's the ritual of it.
The nostalgia.
Apparently there is a video store in Sonoma County. It's called Joe Video on Stony Point in Santa Rosa. Just found that out, but I'm going to have to check that out.
Joe Video.
Joe Video.
Do you think Joe runs it?
I hope so. It'd be weird if Joe didn't run it. What's like an old store that's not around that you miss?
I miss stores like Media Play and FYE and Sam Goody that you walk in, you buy that new Britney Spears CD, you buy the new Backstreet Boys. Which was showing my age a little bit, but
get that Tim McGraw poster up on the wall.
And then you start to get into the Offspring and Nirvana. But they had everything,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
CDs.
I listened to so much bad music because of that store.
You remember you could go in and listen on the headphones?
Yeah.
You pick up the That's so unsanitary.
Yeah, and then they'd have all the t-shirts and everything like that. I miss that store.
Right?
I'm right there with you.
Feeling good. So we asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/froggy929.
What is a store you miss? A lot of these are stores that we don't know because we're not, from here. Stephanie from Santa Rosa said Mervin's and Alley Oops. Mervin's.
Maybe my kid Mervin. Riley from Windsor said Borders.
And Becky from Santa Rosa and many other people said Rosenberg's.
Who?
I don't know. If you want to call us and explain what Rosenberg's is and all these other stores that we unfortunately missed out on, give us a call.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Every Saturday morning starting at 6 a.m. Want even more? Yes. Listen on your favorite podcast platform now.
Woohoo!
Including the Froggy 92.9 app.
Christmas just a few months away. And it looks like children everywhere won't have to be traumatized by sitting on Santa's lap this year. For a mall photo.
I love all the crying photos. There's one of me when I was a kid.
Really?
I wanted nothing to do with Santa.
You didn't like Santa?
For 4 years.
I mean, you liked when Santa brought you presents,
but
you didn't like having to sit in his lap.
And I still love Santa.
It's kind of weird if you think about it.
I put out cookies for him till this day.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Do you get presents still?
No, I'm a little too old for that.
All right. So, they're doing no contactless Santa visits this year, because of coronavirus. This is for Santa's health because Santa is typically in a minimum of 2 high-risk categories, over 65 and overweight. So what kind of contactless stuff are they doing, Tanner?
Masks. Plexiglass dividers, which we actually have here in the Froggy 92.9 studios, and photos from 6 feet away. Some malls will even have Santa sit inside a giant snow globe or be behind a giant picture frame. I think the snow globe is really smart.
That's really cool. And also Zoom calls. Santa's apparently going to be available for some Zoom calls, which kids are familiar with these days. They see their teachers through Zoom. And
you and I were in a Zoom full of kids from classrooms, and they have Zoomed down. I had no idea what I was doing. They had
Me either. I was sideways apparently the whole time.
But Santa will be
embarrassing.
taking Zoom calls, so make sure to schedule yourself in. But it brings up the question, how do you feel about socially distancing when you see Santa Claus this year?
It's a socially distanced Christmas. We asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. And Tasha from Santa Rosa says, how about Santa drive-by events? The city of Roanoke Park had the Easter Bunny come around on a fire truck.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
Ashley from Roanoke Park says, stupid, stupid, stupid.
She doesn't like it.
Not a fan.
She doesn't play either. Christina from Santa Rosa says that her heart breaks for our kids. And I'm going to have to agree with you.
Yeah.
This is different. I mean, kids around here haven't had like a normal Halloween in a while.
It's just been a tough couple of years, especially here in Sonoma County.
This is Amber and Tanner on demand. Miss something from the show this week? Catch up on Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. or on the new Froggy 92.9 app.
Christmas just a few months away. And it looks like children everywhere won't have to be traumatized by sitting on Santa's lap this year. For a mall photo.
I love all the crying photos. There's one of me when I was a kid.
Really?
I wanted nothing to do with Santa.
You didn't like Santa?
For like 4 years.
I mean, you liked when Santa brought you presents,
Of
but
course.
you didn't like having to sit in his lap.
And I still love
It's kind
Santa.
of weird if you think about it.
I put out cookies for him till this day.
Oh, that's so sweet of
Yeah.
you. Do you get presents still?
No, I'm a little too old for that.
All right. So, they're doing no contactless Santa visits this
Really?
year, because of coronavirus. This is for Santa's health because Santa is typically in a minimum of 2 high-risk categories, over 65 and overweight. So what kind of contactless stuff are they doing, Tanner?
Masks. Plexiglass dividers, which we actually have here in the Froggy
Yes, we
92.9
do.
studios, and photos from 6 feet away. Some malls will even have Santa sit inside a giant snow globe, or be behind a giant picture frame. I think the snow globe is really smart.
That's really cool. And also Zoom calls. Santa's apparently going to be available for some Zoom calls, which kids are familiar with these days. They see their teachers through Zoom, and
You
all
and
those
I
things.
were in a Zoom full of kids from classrooms, and they have Zoomed down. I had no idea what I was doing. They had
Me either. I was sideways apparently the whole time.
But Santa will be
embarrassing.
taking Zoom calls, so make sure to schedule yourself in. But it brings up the question, how do you feel about socially distancing when you see Santa Claus this year?
It's a socially distanced Christmas. We asked you this on Facebook, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. And Tasha from Santa Rosa says, how about Santa drive-by events? The city of Roanoke Park had the Easter Bunny come around on a fire truck.
That's really
That's
cool.
cool.
Ashley from Roanoke Park says, stupid, stupid, stupid.
She doesn't like it.
Not a fan.
She doesn't play either. Christina from Santa Rosa says that her heart breaks for our kids. And I'm going to have to agree with you.
Yeah.
This is different. I mean, kids around here haven't had like a normal Halloween in a while.
It's just been a tough couple of years, especially here in Sonoma County.
This is Amber and Tanner on demand. Miss something from the show this week? Catch up on Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. or on the new Froggy 92.9 app.
What was the worst road trip fail you have ever had? I went on my first road trip to Bend, Oregon, while we were on vacation. And what happened was I was driving around Reading, and I thought to myself, I gotta go to the bathroom. Drove by a rest stop, it was closed. Drove into town. At this point, I have to go to the bathroom. And I go into a McDonald's, closed due to the pandemic. And I thought to myself, no public restroom is going to be open right now. And in that moment,
I didn't know that.
the chicken dance starts playing in my head. I start doing that leg shaking thing.
Yeah.
I'm driving everywhere. I mean, I'm going to pit stops. I'm going to Starbucks. I went to 5 places, couldn't find an open restroom.
Should have got a cup or a bottle or something.
I know.
I know you got one in your car.
I found some bushes. And that was my road trip fail. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I wouldn't recommend.
I would not either.
The bushes.
Pretty sure it's illegal to do
I
that.
don't-
Don't be like
but
Tanner.
you're right.
Right.
Like if you have to go that bad, just you
I
gotta
just
go.
forgot during the pandemic no bathrooms would be open. I didn't plan ahead.
Oh man. I'm so sorry, Tanner.
It's okay.
I would have done the same thing. I didn't know that.
So what was your road trip fail? We have a lot of responses on Facebook right now. Facebook.com/Froggy929.
Kaylee from Arizona says, the fun didn't really start until we got into the desert between LA and Vegas on I-15 and found out the engine in our car had an oil leak and we broke down in the middle of nowhere.
Leanne from Napa says, my husband had the map and suggested a shortcut road, which that
doesn't already sound good. Don't like the sound of this.
Well, we got lost in the Trinity National Forest for about 8 hours. The road was a logging road only as wide as our car, and we couldn't turn around, and we could only go about 15 miles per hour. But we made it through.
That's so scary. I'm so sorry, Leanne. Then we've got one from, it looks like Pete from Santa Rosa. He said, oh man, we just drove Route 66 this summer. We had a few. I got food poisoning at Dairy Queen in New Mexico, and we could only drive like 3 hours that day, which threw off our entire route.
Oh no, that's the worst. Well, give us a call right now with your road trip fails, 636-1HOP.
My name's Nick from Hillsburg. Good morning. Oh, it's funny as ever. We're about 17 years old, and we're going on a road trip to Tahoe in our parents' friend's really nice Suburban. And halfway there, my friend pulls out a big water pipe, if you know what I mean. And it's got dirty water, and we spill it inside of the Suburban. And no matter how we got it steam cleaned or we tried to clean the car, and as soon as we pull it up to the doctor's house to return it, he opens the door and he looks at us and he says, it smells like water in here.
Amber and Tanner. On demand.
These were your favorite moments from this week's show.
Have a conversation from the show that you want to hear again? Send us a message on Facebook.
Go to facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning.
Or just search Amber and Tanner.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Saturday mornings on Froggy 92.9. And anytime on the Froggy 92.9 app.
As you may have heard, I'm engaged.
Yay!
Going to the chapel and I'm
gonna get married.
Okay, well, I read this story and it just made me so worried because I'm so afraid something like this is gonna happen to me. I'm gonna like lose my engagement ring or wedding ring or something like that.
You actually got your wedding or your engagement ring tightened recently, right?
Yeah, but now
Or
I think
fitted?
I need to tighten it more.
Oh, geez.
I'm worried that I'm gonna lose it. So I read this story about a girl named Gabrielle. She was actually recently reunited with a diamond that she lost at last weekend's Alabama Crimson Tide football game.
Whew, bad place to lose a ring.
The diamond fell out of her engagement ring during the game. Luckily, she was reunited with it.
That's so awesome, and that's something you can't control whatsoever. Like, throwing it down the drain is one thing, or flushing it down the toilet is another, but just losing the diamond in public?
Jeez.
But
So
I'm
scary.
glad she's reunited with it. That's awesome.
Tanner, do you know anyone that this has happened to or no?
I think my mom lost her wedding ring at some point.
On accident?
I don't remember my mom ever wearing a wedding ring when I was a kid. I think she lost it at some point, and because growing up we built our house.
Yeah.
And I think she lost or damaged it in the process of doing that.
Well, luckily, a lot of rings are insured, but sometimes they're lost forever. Has this ever happened to anyone?
Give us a call right now, 636-1HOP. We have Melissa from Healdsburg.
So my aunt was actually fixing her plumbing, and they found this engagement ring from back in the 1915-ish, 1920s, and they found the original owner's grandson.
Wow.
And gave it to him, and he has it up on display in his house in a frame and everything now. He started crying. He was like, I can't believe you found this. I remember her telling me about losing it. And it was just in the drains.
Headline in a haystack, Tannery's headlines. Amber tells us which one is a lie, 'cause it's headline in a haystack.
Want to give a shout out to Chris from Healdsburg. He submitted his fake headlines on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Amber and Tanner in the morning. You too can do the same thing.
Okay.
Got 3 headlines for you. Have to identify which one is real. Are you ready, Amber?
I'm ready.
Here's headline number 1. Zoo separates 5 parrots after the birds were caught encouraging each other to swear at guests. Here's headline number 2. Flavored masks to debut in 2021. And here's your final headline. Broadway enforcing social distancing by holding shows in Times Square. What is the headline in a haystack?
I think it's Flavored Masks debut 2021. No?
That is not the headline in a haystack.
Parrots cursing at the guests.
That's the headline in a haystack. So here's the full story. You're going to love this, Amber.
I can't wait.
According to the Associated Press, Billy, Eric, Tyson, Jade, and Elsie, who were all welcomed to the park in August, were removed from each other's presence since they were encouraging each other to, yes, curse and rally in expletive-filled rants together. Quote, "We are quite used to parrots swearing, but we've never had 5 at the same time," said Steve, who's the zoo's chief executive. He continues to say, quote, "Most parrots clam up outside, but for some reason, these 5 relish in it."
That's incredible. I love them.
Could you imagine going to a zoo and having a bunch of birds curse at you?
I'd love it. I'll adopt them all.
Didn't you have a parrot or some type of bird?
Pepe.
Oh,
yes,
Pepe.
Pepe was... he cursed a lot, too.
Headline in a haystack.
What is the grossest thing that you've seen in someone else's household? I was at my buddy's house, and I forgot how gross 20-year-old guys are.
Yeah, they're gross.
Maybe I've been living with girls for too long, changed my standards a little bit.
Okay.
It was disgusting. I could go on for like an hour about this, but one of the things I saw, there's this towel in his bathroom, and I thought it was a statue at first because it was standing up on its own.
You're lying.
I am dead serious.
Ew.
Why? It was gross. It was moldy, and I asked him about it, and he just goes, "I don't know."
I don't know.
What do you mean? I don't know.
Is it a science experiment or something?
At this point, I hope so. I'm about to pack it up and ship it to Stanford.
Like, what is that?
What's the grossest thing you've seen at someone's house?
Man, this is really gross, but I knew someone who had dogs and they just wouldn't clean up after their dogs.
Oh.
They let them like go in the house, and there's one area was just like filled.
Filled?
Yes, filled.
Oh God. If you want a source...
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
So gross.
That's all I'm going to be able to think about today. If you want a source of entertainment, head to the Froggy Facebook page, facebook.com/Froggy929, because what we said was gross, but there are horrific stories on our Froggy Facebook page.
Yes, Dawn from Santa Rosa says she saw someone pouring salad dressing from a plate back into the bottle.
Ugh. I mean, that's kind of smart and economical, but come on, that's gross.
What else we got?
Kevin from Santa Rosa says a live mouse was stuck to the counter with old pancake syrup.
Gross.
He saw that at someone's house.
That's so
Good grief.
gross. Cindy from Petaluma says a grandma's spittoon and a recently hunted deer hanging in the kitchen.
Dang. I'm just sorry, I was picturing that for a moment.
That's so bad.
The best of Amber and Tanner in the morning. Right now, it's Amber and Tanner on demand on Froggy 92.9.
Is it too early or too late to start buying Christmas gifts right now?
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I bought my fiance a Christmas gift yesterday. I showed it to you.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
I won't tell a soul.
And I was like, ooh, I'm getting started early this year.
Yeah.
It's early to me because I usually wait till December hits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're like, Christmas is tomorrow.
I gotta buy something. And I spend all my money.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I starting early this year? I know people that start in like August.
I would say you're definitely starting, in my opinion, perfectly on time.
Okay.
That way you aren't spending one entire paycheck on Christmas gifts and stuff, or Hanukkah gifts, or whatever you celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm the same exact way as you are. I completely forget Christmas is a thing until it's here. I'm like, well, it's tomorrow, and Amazon Prime is 2 days, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of out of luck.
Well, we're getting some great responses on our Facebook page. It looks like Kinsley from Santa Rosa sent us a message and said that her mother-in-law shops for Christmas gifts all year round.
Wow.
She said, I aspire to be like her one day, but I never do it.
I want to be like that, too. And Mark from Petaluma says, I start in November. Is that too late?
I don't know, Mark. Maybe. I would say yes, but Lisa from Roner Park says, gotta start buying gifts in September. You shouldn't spend all your money at once, Amber.
You know what? I'm just going to
So
start
true.
buying holiday gifts all year round. How about that?
That's smart. That's so smart. You just see something you think that like your mom would like, and you just go ahead and buy it.
And I'm just going to have like a closet just full of random stuff.
Hey, that's smart.
I like that.
All right, we'd love to hear from you. Is it too early or maybe too late to buy Christmas gifts right now?
6361-HOP. Give us a call.
Hi, this is Tom. I'm over in Forestville. I don't think it's too early. I think, you got to have 2 jobs to survive in this county, and you got to get deals when you can. And now, one parent's back to social distancing's not working. You got to get it when you can, absolutely.
Yeah, my Amazon cart's full.
So when do you usually start buying gifts?
We start picking them up around here. We got to hit that Black Friday, and we got 4 kids in this county. It can add up quick. You got to get deals when you can.
Amber and Tanner on demand. Available on the Froggy 92.9 app, froggy929.com, and Saturday mornings on the radio. It's Amber and Tanner anywhere, anytime. Only on Froggy 92.9.
Have you ever had a piece of stolen property returned back to you? Saw this post on Instagram. Someone recently had their laptop stolen, and they're upset until they read this email that they received. The email is, I am very, very sorry for taking your laptop. I am extremely poor and needed the money. I left you the phone and wallet, so I hope that makes up for something. I can see you are a university student. If there are any files you need sent to you, let me know and I will send them to you here. Once again, I am sorry.
Wow.
Isn't that surprising? I mean, it sucks that your laptop was stolen, and by no means am I excusing this person's behavior.
Yeah.
But how would you feel about this if this happened to you and you received this email?
Obviously they needed the money more than I did.
Yeah.
And that's how I would feel about it. And I'd feel sad for them.
Have you ever had like a stolen piece of has anyone stolen anything from you and gave it back?
This girl stole my pencil in like the 2nd grade and gave it back.
Oh, you were never friends with her again, right?
So that was funny. That does not really, equate with like a laptop or something like that. But what about you?
I haven't, but my mom had her 1999 Honda Civic stolen 3 times. 3? And it was found and returned back to her, and something else was missing every time she got it back. One time her radio was gone.
Oh my
One time
goodness.
her steering wheel was completely gone. A seat was gone.
I don't understand.
Apparently 1999 Honda Civics are like the car to steal. And so she has a new car now.
Thank goodness.
But yeah, it was like, oh, your car's stolen again. Crazy.
That one hasn't gotten stolen yet, has it?
No, thankfully it hasn't.
But so the police found it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They found it twice and one person returned it.
What?
So it's always weird when you get stolen property back. Kind of that like, hey, I stole your stuff, but sorry about it.
This is the craziest thing I've ever heard, Tanner.
It's Amber and Tanner.
On demand.
The best of the week, right now on Froggy 92.9.
What's the best pumpkin spice item that you can buy?
There's pumpkin spice everything.
Pumpkin spice donuts, pumpkin spice muffins, pumpkin spice coffee. We get it!
Wow.
We are introducing 18 days of pumpkin spice. We're going to try a different pumpkin spice related product every single day because there seems to be pumpkin spice everything.
I mean,
deodorant, lip balm, laundry detergent, everything.
Can't wait to try the deodorant.
So we're going to rate it on a scale 1 to 5, this pumpkin spice related product in 2 categories. Does it actually taste like pumpkin? And do we actually enjoy it?
All right, I'm really excited. What do we have today? So you went to, looks like Trader Joe's, and you got something for us?
Trader Joe's pumpkin spice tortilla chips. Wanted to start this a little bit easy today.
Okay.
And so they're tortilla chips that apparently taste like pumpkin spice.
So they look like normal tortilla chips.
A little darker.
They're like a little orangish.
Yeah.
Ish. I say ish a lot, but I'll have to go to Trader Joe's and buy these. We're going to try them right now and see how they taste.
Sorry, don't mean to chew into it.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to drink some water real quick.
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 5, does it actually taste like pumpkin? I'd say
like a 2.
I would say like a 2. There's definitely pumpkin there.
It reminds me of funnel cake.
But it's not it's not overwhelming.
I feel like I'm at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds right now, about to throw up on a ride. I'd say pretty good overall. And flavor, would you actually eat it? Scale to 1 to 5.
I'd say I'm a 5 on this.
You would?
I love these.
What would go well with it, you think? Because we just have the tortilla chip. We didn't dip it in anything.
I would say like some sort of pumpkin salsa, which I know exists, I think.
Ooh. Again, Trader Joe's got it on the one on Santa Rosa Avenue yesterday. If you have a recommendation or a pumpkin spice product you want us to try, send us a message on Facebook right now.
Can't stop eating these. At Amber and Tanner in the morning.
You've been listening to Amber and Tanner on demand. Hit next episode to hear even more now. Join in live every weekday morning from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. as Amber and Tanner take your phone calls on Froggy 92.9 on the radio.